Everybody was wondering, why is it that Elon Musk cares so much about H-1B visas? This explains it. He wants to get the people that are playing his accounts into America so he doesn't have IP address conflicts and get his account flagged. Now everything makes sense.
I have a lifetime of playing video games. At one point I was, maybe one of the best Quake players in the world.
You're actually like a world-class, incredible video game player.
Yeah.
Paragon board and the build, you're also an innovator there.
Yeah, I played a lot of video games.
Do you think about like StarCraft?
One of the funniest things that I've thought about this is the fact that Diablo 4 was so piss easy and people...
Yeah, I literally played Diablo 4 on my friend's PS5. I played it for like maybe 10-15 minutes, and it was just so brain dead easy. It's just like something that you do to literally just, it's just brain rot content. There's zero skill involved. I mean, maybe there's skill involved, and really, it's just like, it really wasn't that hard, People
didn't give a fuck about it at all. That the odds are that Elon probably also had somebody play as Diablo 4 character, but the game is such a joke and it's so easy that people couldn't even tell the difference.
Yeah.
Nobody noticed. Here we go.
Any game where
a
lot of people are playing, to rise to the top, you have to be exceptional, period, as a human being.
Yeah.
There has to be something exceptional about you.
Yeah.
Are you in the top 20 in the world, or top 20 in Diablo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shooting rockets into space, making e-vehicles, starting a new department
These guys, they're just glazing them.
of the government. I actually let myself think maybe he actually is an alien, because there's just no way, unless he's paying people to do it for him, which obviously he's not.
Well, that didn't age well.
Why did no one tell New Jersey drivers about this new rule?
If you are currently insured, drive less.
Well, we don't know yet.
Well...
So let's start off with some context.
Okay.
Elon Musk's character is...
I think one of the funniest fucking memes now is people are doing this in PoE, is that every time somebody died on the ladder, everybody would be spamming RIP Elon.
Currently level 97, aka rank 12 on hardcore, that's permanent death
Invoker.
Mode, Trade League. Let me try to give you a quick understanding as to how hard it is to get to that level. 2 weeks into the league, when people are playing the game, literally, they're staying up 40 to 50 hours without sleeping, only playing Path of Exile.
This guy, Karn, got the world first Diablo 4 level 100 character in hardcore, and then he disconnected, and ghouls in Act 1 killed his character while he was offline.
They are the most try-hard guys in the world. The highest ranked player on the Hardcore Trade League was level 93.
Yes. Okay,
and you're thinking about yourself, that's kind of close to 97. Every time you level up, it becomes exponentially harder to gain experience. A lot harder, a lot harder. Okay, so these players...
And it's also, it multiplies because the mob level stays the same at a high level. And so the higher level you get, the lower the multiplier is on the experience that you get.
27 had to be playing the game every day for the majority of their day. Currently, what is their highest ranked player? They're level 97, same as Elon Musk. So, I mean, he effectively has to be playing, pretty much just doing nothing except playing Path of Exile. So let's just go over some of the things.
You know what would be the funniest fucking thing about this? Is if Elon Musk actually was playing the game the entire day, and he just wasn't running any of the companies.
I mean, I wouldn't be like a stretch to say that. I mean, maybe he just like streamlined everything so he doesn't really have that much to do in the company. He just, makes the final decisions on important things, and that's about it. And it's possible.
He actually, like, imagine if like the end of this is that he actually wasn't a fake gamer, he was a fake CEO. That's also possible, yes.
Yeah, I mean, that's a topic for a different video, but...
But he actually was level 97.
So right away, we see Elon zone into his hideout, which is the area you do in-game content from. And he opens up his bank, and he goes to a tab called Elon's Maps, which immediately is a little bit of a red flag, because I don't know why you would refer to yourself in third person, but okay, he does that. Elon Musk didn't play Path of Exile 1. In Path of Exile 2, maps are actually called waystones. And he never actually refers to them as maps, he calls them...
Play another round here. This is a hard level, waystone.
So it's just kind of weird that he's, again, called this tab Elon's Maps. So almost like...
I'm going to be honest. Quinn has a very good point here. How would he know the preliminary nomenclature of the first game and then use it in the second game? It's like calling runes in Elden Ring Souls if you've never played Dark Souls.
The first red flag.
Someone who's a Path of Exile 1 veteran, you know, is kind of making that tab and be like, Elon, you know, this...
Which, oh, by the way, I'm completely convinced he didn't play the character. I was convinced before this video. I feel like everybody just knows this, right?
There's a tab there called Elon's Maps.
Any hardcore gamer could tell you. I mean, especially because of some of the stuff that's come out, like the way that he refers to things in the game that aren't really the way that you're supposed to call them, or the play style, or, you know, the way you're supposed to loot. It's really fishy. And any hardcore gamer could tell you that it's probably like a 95% chance he hasn't played the game, or 99% chance.
Grab your map out there. I've rolled them all for you. They're nice and easy. He then proceeds to walk up to his map device and go to put a map in. The literal first thing you learn upon getting to...
You see, where Elon messed up, he could have kept this going. What he should not have done was stream himself playing the game, because you could see like where all the red flags start popping up, you know.
To the end game is how to...
Like, I saw a video where I think it's called a Doom orb or something like that. I can't remember what it was. Some type of orb, and it's like really hard to get. And he's playing, and he literally just walks right by it. You know, and it's like a really, really hard currency to get in that game, Diablo 4. And it's just like another red flag.
To operate this map device, you're going to start off at a node, and then from that node you can go to adjacent connected maps. Now, Elon, he's trying to click...
Oh, he's trying to do the map that's not in the chain.
It's just clicking a map repeatedly, trying to access it. He was not...
To be fair, I've done this too. It's like, this isn't necessarily the self-report, but this is the...
It's a red flag. It's not like a smoking gun, but, you know, it's weird.
10-minute video.
I just want you guys to understand, this is one of the highest level hardcore characters in the game. He would have played thousands of maps at this point.
Anyone who's level 97 is, and you know, we're talking one of the most efficient players in the game, period. There is no way you would do that. Why? Just like sitting there like some sort of geriatric old man, clicking this node, expecting something to happen, and then he finally kind of gives up after a while, and then realizes his mistake. We then get a look at his inventory. So Elon Musk is stuck going into the map with full bags. If you're an efficient player, you're going to clear a map, you're going to loot the valuable items, you're going to go in, and you're going to take those items, and you're going to basically look through the good ones, keep the good ones, list them up for sale, and then truck away the trash.
Trash!
It's almost like he has no understanding as to like what items are, or what you're even supposed to do with them. So now Elon zones into the map.
So what I'm doing here is just boosting my shield before battle by meditation. Meditation before battle is always good.
And he starts killing monsters. He starts obliterating monsters with his character. But what becomes obviously apparent...
Where's the Chaos Orb?
No loot filter.
That's the Chaos Orb!
That's what I was talking about, the Chaos Orb.
He's just running past Chaos Orbs! He just ran past the Chaos Orbs!
So this part of it, I actually don't think is as damning because he was playing on a laptop that he was playing... Like, maybe he had a random PC, maybe he had, you know, because, like, he was on an airplane, maybe that's it. But I'm going to be real. I'd have still seen that Chaos Orb.
Yeah, I don't know. This is like a massive red flag for me. Because my friend was telling me he got through, like, 30-something levels before he even saw one Chaos Orb.
Chaos orbs are one of the most important currencies, and they're also really rare. I have about 140 exalts. I have like 9 Chaos orbs. Just so you guys understand. Rare.
So in Path of Exile, the devs are these evil guys, and they talk about feeling the weight, and they effectively just drop tons and tons of items, and you have to know what to pick up. So what GGG have done, the people who make the game, they've made this system called loot filters, which gets rid of 90 to 95, even some cases, like, we're talking 98% of all loot that drops, because otherwise your screen is just cluttered, and you won't even notice when you get a good drop. It's unfathomable.
It's so bad that people that have Magic Find builds, if they press Alt, which is what usually shows everything outside of a loot filter, it will crash their game.
Someone to be in the top ranks without loot filter. Get Elon Musk, the God Gamer, he doesn't play with a loot filter. The only thing Elon does pick up, maps, because the default in-game loot filter highlights those things are worthless. The actual items of value that he should be picking up, that he would have had to pick up in order to get the gear, leave it on the ground. Anyone who's been playing the game and is a complete expert, we're talking he's cleared thousands of maps, he's been playing that character for hundreds of hours, he's going to be pretty damn good at, playing the character.
Quinn is completely right.
The boss, he's fighting the boss, and I was there for about 10 seconds. He sits there, and he's out of mana. Mana is a resource in this game where you need it in order to use your abilities. He just sits there, default attacking the boss without...
So here's one thing that's kind of interesting to me about this, and it's like one of the other points that I feel like a lot of people bring up, is that usually like I do this sometimes, right? It's the same thing as like I said that like sometimes I'll click like a map that I haven't done before. And like I think everybody here has done this once or twice, right? So it's not really about one of these things happening. It's about everything.
Yeah, it's just the amount of red flags they add up. It's kind of like, I don't know, when you're looking for a girlfriend or something like that, the more red flags that pop up, you should really keep an eye out.
It's like everything. That's the difference. Am I top 10 hardcore? That's a good point.
Yeah, and especially when he was describing like some of the stuff that he was doing, he was never really going into detail. It was just like super basic stuff that everyone could tell just by watching the character. Like
Trump leveled it for him? You think so?
Activating his mana flowers. Anyone who's played the game and understands the character would understand, like, oh, I'm not doing any damage because I'm out of mana. Elon Musk takes 10 seconds. He then goes on to loot items off the ground. He starts dragging them into his bag. Like, I don't even know how to describe to you how painful that is to anyone who actually plays the game. And his bags are full, and he just keeps clicking it over and over and over again. Nobody, not even people who are kind of noobs at the game, do this. I don't even think Elon Musk has done the campaign, honestly. Like, just based on what I'm seeing into the game.
And you know what's so sad about that is that's the best part of the game. I think everybody would have totally respected it. It's the same as like Phil Spencer. So Phil Spencer is a good example of doing this, I would say, kind of like the right way, is that Phil Spencer is a real gamer. So he actually
I don't know who that is.
Plays video games off stream. He gets into it. It's like a legitimate fucking thing. And so I don't think anybody is like, oh, Phil Spencer is like bad. Like, you don't need to be the best player in the world in order for people to relate to you to play games. You just need to play the games. And I think it would have been so much more authentic and funny if he had turned this on and he had been dying over and over to the Act 1 last boss or the Act 2 last boss.
Yeah, that would have made for better streaming content, I think.
Or that weird fucking guy on the portal with like the broken sword. It would have been 1,000 times better. You don't need to always be, it's fucking relatable, right? You don't need to be the best at every single game, and I don't think that people even expect you to be. Like, that's what's, I think, so weird about this, right? I relate more to Quinn dying in Tier 1 map mobs than Elon's mob. Yeah, exactly, right? And so people roasted Elon's Elden Ring build. See, that's the thing, is Elon had an Elden Ring build, and his build was, well, you know, like people say, like, there's a jack of all trades? Well, this is like a two of clubs of all spades. Okay?
Yeah, I tried playing Elden Ring, but I just, like, a couple hours into it, I just realized that the game, it would take so much time. I would have to sacrifice a lot of other things that I'm doing in my life. I just can't do that. But I will say it is a really fun game.
And there's only one of them. And you've only got one card in your hand. Actually, you have two cards in your hand. You know what the other card is? It's an expired coupon for KFC. That was...
What do you guys think? Do you think Elon paid some Indian guy to boost his account for him?
Elon Musk's Elden Ring build. But I respect it. I do. I respect that shit. Because that's him playing the game. He's figuring it out. That's real. Respect the fact he played the game. Exactly.
Like his settings on the map transparency are turned on by default. His life values are turned on.
Yeah.
All these basic settings that anyone in the top 100 would do, he is not doing. Maps can effectively have different content on them, and that content will be signified by icons on the map. So it could be.
I think we need an explanation from Elon about what the hell is going on with this. This is more important than the LA fires. We need a statement from Elon on whether this is true, that, you know, the claims he's making about Diablo 4. This is outrageous. This is outrageous. I don't care about the diamond mines, and it's like, oh, there was like slave. Nobody cares about that. The H-1B visa, like fucking, you know, compelled work, whatever, right? Like the pictures with like Epstein or like Ghislaine Maxwell. Yeah, sure, right? But like, if you're gonna fucking fake playing a video game, come on. Come on, you really gonna fake? Like, this? Come on. What's that?
Obviously, we're joking, but, you know, it is weird.
I don't know how to say her fucking name.
An expedition in it, a breach in it, or it could be corrupted. Elon starts looking through the atlas, and he finds a map with, I kid you not, 4 things on it.
There are 4 things there. So this one has a real risk of dying.
4 things. What are those things?
Again, I would say, I am the kind of person that I forgive a mistake. I can almost ignore a second mistake. But when you're on mistake 11, sure seems like a lot of mistakes. 4 things. It's 4 things, dude.
This one has a real risk of dying.
Yeah.
Game recording 4 things. Stop, bro. Dude, stop.
Yep.
Oh my God, he literally can't.
Bro, why would he do this?
This is max difficulty on hardcore. If there's a way to get higher difficulty, I don't know what it is, but this is everything maxed out.
Path of Exile has boss fights and end-game bosses, which are quote-unquote difficult battles, which Elon actually did do in one of his streams.
He did the Arbiter.
Went into the end-game boss.
You see, you got to be in the circle. Was he in the circle? Let's see if he's in the circle.
To it.
He's not in the circle. He's dead. He should have been in the circle. You can tell that you need to be in the circle because it is the circle.
It's literally so obvious.
At just farming. You go into maps and you farm them for loot and experience. They're not the most difficult.
I haven't even gotten that far into the game yet, and I could tell that's where you need it to be.
Battles. No. And I don't know if he's trying to deceive people watching the stream.
He explained. I mean, okay, so to be fair, like, I watched this part live. He did get fucked here. He got absolutely fucked because the boss channeled the beam at the same time the explosion happened. Like, this was that was bullshit, okay? Everything else, yeah.
Thinking that he's
it's
doing
unfair.
some
It's
insanely
bullshit.
hard thing whenever he's literally doing something you do to effectively grind or farm.
Yeah,
And if you
maps
thought
are
this was
easy.
bad, I did not even get to the worst part.
This is our
in
president?
Path of Exile, gear has requirements to equip it. But that has nothing to do necessarily with how good it is. For example, one of the most powerful and best items in the game is a level 1 required to equip staff, which is maybe, I think, even the most meta build.
Oh, so this is the way it works. Okay, yeah, I haven't really... So I guess, okay. So this is why stat stacking is so good.
In the game right now, it's super, super broken, insane damage. And Elon Musk starts going over his gear.
This is a great staff, but it's only a level, 62 staff.
His weapon is, I kid you not, one of the best, if not the best staffs on the entire
staves
hardcore trade league. You cannot even...
you've got attack speed and also 177% increased physical with added physical. That's crazy. Crazy staff. That's a really long staff.
Buy it. Insane weapon.
These affixes are, I'd hate to say perfect, but they're...
What if he just went to the developers of Diablo 4 and just paid them to sign like a NDA? It was like, give me the best weapons in the game that, literally no one can buy because you literally have to create all those stats for that weapon to be that good. And, just don't say anything about it.
It might be perfect.
They're basically just the PVPS criteria on trade. We can see there's literally one staff in existence on the entire market. Not only does Elon have a...
Can we stop with the self-care?
That's another... I'll go through this ad.
What if we did adult weeks instead? Think about it. Instead of laying in bed and...
And it's worth.
Fucking hate advertisements. That's another red flag for me. Like, in the entire hardcore server, he's the only one that has that weapon. I don't know. He definitely paid someone. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's just weird.
It's worse because 20% reduced attribute requirements is garbage.
Staff that you can't even buy, but it's so good that the second best one, which is missing 2 of what makes
by a big margin,
the staff so powerful for an invoker, which is the crit and crit bonus, is still 20 divine.
Base crit.
That's obviously very expensive.
Here I am, like level 95. My staff is only level 62. my helmet is level 56.
Int, lightning, and chaos resist. Okay.
That's a really good one.
Amulet level 61.
And like, look at that energy shield. Bro, I need, like, whoever, like, if he sees this, can you DM me who you had play? I need to get them to play my account. I need to get caught up.
Those stats are insane if you've played the game.
Yeah, like, we got to figure this out. What if it's Ben? You think it's Ben? Look at that dude. That energy shield is disgusting. Oh my god.
Amulet level 61. Ring is only level 48, 49. At least a level 75 jacket.
It's a jacket with 6 things. Yeah, tell us how bad the item that only drops from the highest difficulty of the hardest boss. Just tell us that it's only level 52. Did you find this at level 52? That's impressive.
Level 52 here.
2 charm slots. Well, I've never seen that.
They can only ever be level 52. Bro, Elon Musk is a fucking fraud, bro.
Pretty low level compared to my character level, but seems to work pretty well. In softcore, you can get much better equipment.
Dude, he 100% paid someone. It's not adding up.
In order for him to have insane gear, he has to understand how the economy works. He has to be basically trading.
Yes.
Anyone who's played Path of Exile to the end game in a trade league knows that you have to trade in order to obtain what looks like some of the best gear pieces in the entire game. If we look at some of these player accounts, we can see what they have for trade. 700 plus items for sale, multiple divine items. You can see.
Oh, you can do that?
Items. This is also someone from the top 10, ranked number 4, Focus here, worth 50 divines alone. This is the number 1 guy. You can see hundreds of divines, again, worth of items.
Yeah, they're selling that chess piece. That's a good one.
Multiple mirrors, all these players. If we go to...
Damn, +2 of all spells? Jesus, look at this. 74% increased cold? Damn, bro, look at this. Look at that second one. Look at that shield. Oh my god.
Elon's account. He's got only 21 items for sale, and they're all absolute garbage. It's clear he's really not making much money, or any money at all. So something I did notice last week, I did the same search because I was curious what he might have been selling, and I grabbed the screenshot which I shared to my Discord, and it's this really, really, really crappy crossbow for 18 divines. So why is it listed for 18 divines, and where did it go? Is it possibly vendored it? Yes. Why was it listed for 18 divines? I don't really know. I don't want to fuel any conspiracy theories, but...
It's probably, and again, like, I've accidentally listed things. I have. I've accidentally listed... Sure.
I have been made aware that RMT, typically, they use...
I don't think he's RMTing. Actually, that's not true. I think that he could be RMTing, but, like, if you RMT...
What does RMT mean?
That still doesn't get you to level 97. Like, there has to be hundreds of hours that go in to being level 90 fucking 7. Oh, RMT is real money transaction. So now maybe the person playing the account is RMTing. And also here's another reason why I don't think he's RMTing. Because RMTing would require that you understand all of the items that you're buying. And also it would mean that you would expose yourself if somebody sold it to you. So what probably happened is that there was a second account that he was RMTing with, or the person buying it was RMTing with, that then traded the resources to the main account. That's probably what would have happened. Correct, you wouldn't understand. Exactly, yes.
Legitimate listings that are far overpriced, and that is how they...
You're overthinking this. The person playing the account bought it. That's literally exactly what I said. But I'm saying that they are RMTing on a separate account. The account that is being shown is not the account that is RMTing. There is a mule account, probably, that is being RMT'd, that is then being transitioned over.
The transaction is legitimate, so...
They're funneling, yes.
If he were to buy 18 divines for, $100 US or whatever, he could have done so through this listing.
And if you needed any more proof that Elon is 100% boosted, he was playing the game today, inside of maps, blasting, while simultaneously on a X space talking to like some far right wing part of some German government.
I could easily assume that happening. That's the part, yeah, because I do, like, I've been in really important calls while I was playing video games too, but
I don't know,
like,
political.
I do that all the time.
Bullshit. Okay, I guess he's just that much of a god gamer.
And it died at level 7. Rip Elon. Back to the beach, bozo. What the fuck, Elon? Get fucked, Elon slave. That's Elon, LMAO, rip Elon. Wow.
Damn.
So, the question, did Elon Musk play this account to level 97? The
answer is no.
answer is very simple. No. Unequivocally, without a doubt, if Elon Musk can prove that he played this account to 97, I will stream on X starting the day that he proves it for an entire year straight, every single stream that I do.
That's a bold statement. But yeah, there's no way Elon got it to 97.
I will.
Like, the game isn't hard, but to grind to get to that level, it takes a lot of time.
A multi-stream, also stream on Twitch too, right? Of course. Rip Twitch? No, not rip Twitch. I would just multi-stream, same as I'd multi-stream on anywhere else. But yeah, of course. Fucking epic, yes. And so... About the stream, I played for 300 hours. I'm level 94. Yeah, I'm or is Steam numbers probably just fake as gaming? I have no idea. I think that, I don't know why Elon Musk did this. Well, I do know why. It's an ego thing, right? But I don't think that it's the right decision to make, and I think it was stupid for him to have done this. The fact is that people respect authenticity more than they respect success. I don't think there's anybody that really gives a shit that much about, like, being really good at video games. Like, for example, I feel like Tim Walz is a good example of this. Tim Walz being a big fan of Crazy Taxi was really endearing to a lot of people, and being a big fan of Dreamcast and all of that. I think a lot of people thought that was really
It was a good game.
cool. So you don't need to pretend to be this, like, you know, elite, top, #1 gamer in order to have people that like video games respect you. You don't. And also, I've even noticed that if you are really good at games, people will find reasons to downplay it as well. He didn't need to justify, yeah. And so, the people shit on Vance for liking Magic the Gathering. I don't know. I didn't see that, right? I have no idea. Is this worse than the Blindfold Girl? Is this worse than... Let me think.
Yo, Blue Monster is so fucking good.
I mean, like, it's really hard to say that it's not because of how popular he is. But in terms of the actions themselves, I feel like the Blindfold was kind of worse. But because it's Elon...
I'm not aware of what the Blindfold is. What's that from? Someone can comment that.
Musk, it has to be kind of worse because he's like fucking, you know, the richest guy in the world. So that's the difference, right? Yeah, it's way worse. Yeah, I would say it's fucking worse. And so anyway, what's really funny about this with Quinn is that this, like, I remember watching Elon playing, and I was kind of sus about this too. I was like, yeah, I'm not really going to think about this or be like super like, oh yeah, this is what's happening or not. But like, whenever I saw him fighting Abattoir, no, Abattoir is fucking, that is Diablo. Fighting the Arbiter of Ash, and then he stood in front of the beam and died. I was like, that's interesting. You know, maybe it's Starlink lag, but like, it doesn't seem like that a whole lot. But yeah, Elon's a psycho. So many stories like this. Well, I think that...
Is Starlink any good? Because I've never heard of anyone having it.
I think that we deserve, if he wants an apology, we deserve, if you really played the game play through the campaign again. Play through the campaign again, explain the systems in the game, and do it live. And you've got to have a face cam. You got to do it. You did it before. You did it before with Diablo. Diablo's not. It's not so hard, right? But that, yeah, stream it. Yep, you got to stream the whole thing. Yep, not on X. Yeah, and tell me ahead of time so I can react to it. You should start it all over and play like.
I'll react to it as well if he decides to do it.
Normal dude. Nobody will care if he plays bad. Exactly. Yeah. I don't think, like, I feel like it's a universal negative for him to do this, and it just makes him look like a insecure asshole by doing it, and it makes him look worse entirely. And I think that also, like, him misjudging the complexity of the game and thinking that he could get away with it and, like, have people not notice indicates just a level of bad decision making. You know, I'm a huge fan of Elon Musk. I really like Elon Musk a lot, but this is embarrassing and very silly.
You know, I used to like Elon Musk, but lately I've been starting to get the feeling that he isn't the person who he portrays himself to be. Like, the stuff that he says that he stands for, it's admirable, and, you know, it's a good thing. I think people should get behind that. But it's just the intentions that he has behind those things. I don't know if they're really that honest. Like, I don't know if he's actually that much, you know, I don't know, because I was listening, I was reading, you know, he made most of his money off of, like, PayPal and something else, and Tesla is just something that he bought, which was like a dying company or something like that, and he wasn't really the one who, well, he did build it in a way. I don't know, there's a lot of stuff going on. The main point is I feel like he's not he's not being genuine with his intentions. He's not showing who he really is. Maybe I'm wrong.
It is.
And that's, you know, subject to change, but lately for some reason I've just been getting that feeling.
And it makes him look bad, and it's for absolutely no reason. It's of no consequence, and it achieves no goal. That's what I think. It's a sad day for gamers. It is a truly sad day for gamers. I would think these habits carry over to every other thing he does in his companies. I don't know. Like, guys, I don't fucking know. Like, I'm just, like, I'm saying that he didn't play this fucking, hey, guys, he played Elden Ring. Maybe that's the game. Yeah, he played Elden Ring. Sad day for Elon. Gamers won. Well, I don't know. Like, I thought it was really cool that Elon Musk was like a serious player of Diablo and everything. I thought I did. I thought it was awesome. And I bet he probably did play PoE 2 on day one. I do. I bet he probably played it. He probably played it a little bit and then he stopped. If he came back and he said, guys, I'm still in Act 1 after 3 months because I've been working, I would be like, yeah, I could see that. Yeah, probably. I get it, right? Makes sense. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I saw. And I'd respect that more. Everybody would have. Everybody would have. Look at Phil Spencer. Look at Tim Walz, etc. So, yeah, that's what my opinion is of it. That's how I feel. The only reason people care is because they already dislike him. No one in either direction cares about this for any legitimate reason. I don't think that this is a reason that Elon Musk is a terrible person, but I think it's cringe. Like, is it okay to have both opinions? To think that, yes, obviously cheating in a video game is not a big deal, but it's also cringe. It doesn't make him a terrible person, but it's definitely cringe. Yes, exactly. Yes, definitely. 100%. And look at Yoshi P playing Black Mage. Exactly. Yes, like Yoshi P is another. Well, I mean, not really, because he's like the director of the fucking game. So of course he's gonna play. I don't know. I'd have to think about other people that have, you know, are like really like kind of noteworthy gamers. It's Stolen Valor.
Not quite on the level, but it's pretty close. I mean, or maybe not close, but in the same like area. Stolen Valor.
Absolutely it is. It's not even close. Henry Cavill, yes, like Henry Cavill is a great example. So Henry Cavill made a post about Space Marine 2, which, by the way, if Elon Musk wants to rebuild his rep with gamers, play Space Marine 2. It's a great game. That being said, Henry Cavill said, he says, yeah, so like the Angel of Death difficulty, which is like the hardest one, he's like, yeah, so that shit was really hard, and I turned it down. And everybody was like, I remember because I covered this on my stream, and everybody was like, yeah, bro, like, same, that shit was ridiculous.
Yeah, it's respectable.
Yeah, everybody's like, yeah, of course, right? Yeah, Henry Cavill was rating out the Superman role. Yeah, I remember watching that interview. I remember seeing it too. And so, yeah, and that's fine. So people totally respect it. I actually beat it on Angel of Death. Yeah, but I have a feeling that Henry Cavill might have a little bit more obligations than you do. Like, you know, he does have a job, I've heard. And he's also, like, he's got, like, a wife and kid, too. Like, I mean, just straight up. Like, yeah, he's a fucking busy guy. And so that's it.
Anyone with $10,000.
That's it for this video. If you've gotten this far, thanks for watching. I appreciate all the contributions and help that all of you make to my videos. And until next time.